And we welcome you to the season's final episode of Hurry Hard, the Manitoba Curling Show here on Shaw TV. I'm Kevin Hirschfield. Our last stop of the year brings us to the Heather Curling Club. The Heather unveiling a brand new business model this year, and it has had a lot of success. So we'll tell you all about that throughout the show. An action-packed show. Reid Carruthers is going to join us to talk about his summer curling camp, Camp Carruthers, in its second year. We also have Jason Gunlickson joining us, one half of the provincial mixed doubles champions. Ron Westcott's going to join us as well to talk about what it was like coaching Team Englot at the Scotties. And we make a visit to the Western Canadian Blind Curling Championships, talk about action-packed, all that ahead. But first, let's take a closer look at the Heather. The Heather Curling Club recently hit triple digits, celebrating 100 years in Winnipeg.
Well, the Heather was incorporated in 1915. Some of the documents indicate it might have been January of 1916, so we've just had our 100th anniversary last year. The first location was on the corner of Braemar and Goulet.
1965 was when the Heather opened on its current location at Uville Street. The club has won close to 30 provincial titles, including 8 mixed provincial championships, with Ernie Bushy's team winning the 1964 and 1966 national mixed title, and Team Jim Dunstone winning the 1980 national mixed crown. They've also won 9 senior women's provincial crowns, Lane Jones skipping 4 of those, and Dorothy McKenzie skipping 3. Kathy Overton's 1989 junior team was a provincial and Canadian champion. But after commemorating a century of curling, it was uncertain whether the Heather could survive.
Last year at this point, we were facing insolvency. The club was kind of at a crossroads where there was no money left to have another season, continuing under the same model. But this year we switched to an all-member structure, so that for a single price, every member has access to as many leagues as they want, free practice ice, discounts on curling equipment.
For $325, it's all you can curl at the Heather, and the new plan has hit the button.
It has far exceeded our expectations. Like I said, we developed it into a 3-year plan, but in the first year we've surpassed our entire 3-year plan. We're actually back to a surplus now, which is something we haven't seen in over a decade. So it's really something that has really put the club back on solid footing, and so we're very, very happy to be around, and we're here to stay, so it's good.
Here to stay and provide the St. Boniface area with many more years of curling. Pleased to be joined now by Manitoba curler Reid Carruthers. Some of you may know Reid outside of the ice as a substitute teacher part-time. Reid, you're doing something this summer which kind of combines your passions of teaching and curling. Camp Carruthers taking place at the Granite, a curling camp. It's in its second year now. When you got it going last year, what was the reason behind doing something like this?
To be totally honest, like the last few years I'd been going out east and teaching at a curling camp just outside Toronto, and I saw how much fun the kids were having. You know, it's a great way to kick off your curling season, and it had been a few years since we've had one here in Manitoba, and it was just a matter of finding the right people to help me do it, and you know, it was a great success last year.
Okay, so that first year, did you think it kind of lived up to your expectations?
Yeah, definitely. You know, the first camp we had lots of really good reviews from the campers. A lot of them said they want to come back, and they've already been starting to sign up, which is great. But this year it's Camp Carruthers 2.0. We're going to go and try to make it even bigger and better this year.
Who do you have lined up to be the instructors? You'll have yourself, of course. Who else is kind of lined up?
Yeah, so that's one of the things that I'm still working on. So far I have Mike McEwen. Many of the juniors should know who he is. He had a great run at the Briar again this year. So I've managed to convince him to teach. He really enjoyed himself last year. And then as far as other instructors go, my own third teammate, Braden Muskowie, is going to be coming in. There's potential for maybe Craig Saville to come in from Ottawa. For those of you that don't know, he's won the Worlds a few times, so he's got lots of experience. And then on the women's side, I'm still working on nailing down some instructors. They're still looking at, you know, what their summer schedules are going to look like, but it's going to be a great list.
It's good to see all that support. And why is it so important for you guys to give back like that?
Yeah, and that's the thing. It is really important for us to give back. For me, there was always someone that I was looking up to in the junior curling world, and there's so many people that have given back to me. So for me, being a teacher and being that I have some experience, at the world championship level, it's a great feeling to see the kids when they're out there enjoying themselves and to see them learning, especially a sport that I love so much. It's a no-brainer.
Awesome. I just want to ask you about your team quickly. You still have a few more events. Season's not quite over just yet. Just looking back at the year to date, though, how would you and the team feel about the results this year?
Yeah, we'd feel very good. We obviously had a disappointment in the provincials not winning, but when you saw how well Mike McEwen played at the Brier as well as in the provincial, it takes a bit of the sting out because you lost to a really, really good team. But as far as that goes, you look at our season, we've been really consistent. I think we're sitting second or third on the tour standing. So for us, being our third year together as a team, I'm really happy with where we're at.
How big is next year for you? Everyone's talking Olympic trials. I don't think you're there yet, but you're obviously aiming for that. Just how big will preparations be going into next season?
Yeah, we have a few months now to get ready for December in Ottawa. It's definitely something that's been on our list of events that we're looking forward to for when we first made this team. And then this summer we're going to be working really hard off ice to make sure that we're in the best shape we can be going forward to Ottawa.
I have to quickly ask you, because I just saw this, the Princess Auto commercial that was airing during the Elite 10 events. Had you guys ever done anything like that before in a commercial together like that?
I have to say we have not. It was a lot of fun too, because we actually had the store. The store was operational when we did the commercial. So some of the customers were walking through the store and we're not really sure why there was some guy yelling at the top of his lungs, hurry hard. So it was a great experience. Princess Auto has been an absolutely amazing sponsor for our team and has allowed us to do what we do. And the actual commercial, I don't think I'm getting any acting job opportunities in the near future here after that one.
I thought you guys did very well, actually, though. But Reid Carruthers is the reason we're here, of course. Where can folks sign up if they're interested?
Yeah, so there's a couple different ways. So one is just to Google Camp Carruthers, and there'll be a couple different links that are going to pop up. The best way to actually get a hold of us is either through me, so through my Hotmail, reidcarruthers@hotmail.com. But the actual camp email is campcarruthers@gmail.com.
Okay, sounds good. Reid Carruthers, thank you so much for the time today.
Yeah, thank you.